We're back at the Sea Otter Classic in California for more of the world's hottest bike tech. It's a tough job, someone's got to do it. If you missed episode 1, then do make sure you check it out here on GCNTech, although after you finish watching this one. We've stopped by to see our mates at Elite Wheels. They have got some new wheels for us. This one here is the Helix, and it's super cool, isn't it? That extreme wavy rim profile, which Elite Wheels say is to improve crosswind stability. Now, there's actually 2 pairs requiring 4 different rims, okay? So this is the lighter pair, slightly shallower, just 1,280 grams. In part, that incredible lightweight is down to the carbon bladed spokes. But these wheels, the front one at the deepest point is 43, the rear at the deepest point is 46, and on the slightly deeper ones, it goes from 52 to 57 mil deep. Now, it's not just a rim profile that's new as well, though. They've also got this new hub as well with a patented freewheel mechanism. Now, there are elements from here that you might recognise from other hubs, but what's unique to this one is the double-sided ratchet, I'm told, which gives 120 points of engagement. So that's pretty darn instant pickup, and I bet it sounds absolutely phenomenal. We've stopped by Enve because I really wanted to get a look at their new bike. So it was relaunched a couple of weeks ago now. This is the Fray, and it is an all-road bike. So as you can see, it's set up here very much in road bike guise. It looks every inch the super fast road bike, but look closer and you can see that it is a much more versatile beast than that. So tyre clearance on this is up to 40 millimeters. It's got onboard storage there, and the geometry of the bike is just ever so slightly more relaxed than their full-blown road bike. But the other thing, when you look closely, and you kind of do have to look closely because it's so subtle, is it's got a classified rear hub on there. So Enve have just announced a partnership with Classified. Now, they, if you're not familiar, are a company that makes this really innovative 2-speed hub gear. And so whilst this bike looks like it's set up in a 1x setup with just one front chainring, that 2-speed hub gear effectively gives you a second chainring, a smaller set of climbing gears. And it's super cool. And that partnership means that you can buy Enve rims on Classified hubs, either through Enve or through Classified, vice versa. Oh, the other thing as well. So I can see that there is a Mog gravel bike on this stand, and I've been looking closely, but I can't actually find anyone mogging just yet, but I will keep my eyes peeled. This, as you can clearly see, is the Van Rysel RCR Pro Team Edition. Now, this is not new, but I wanted to see one for the first time in real life. This is the team bike of Decathlon Agile Mondiale, and it's caused a massive stir because it is a World Tour team bike, but yet Van Rysel originated through the giant that is Decathlon, and so it's got a price tag that effectively makes it more affordable. It's the most affordable World Tour bike, and here it is. The big news from here at Sea Otter, though, is that if you live in the United States, you'll be able to get your hands on one of these in just a few weeks' time, but you'll be able to buy one through independent bike dealerships, which is very different to how you might get one in Europe. So very cool indeed. And it's not just the Team Edition, of course. There are other bikes with different specs further down the range. One that's also an RCR Pro with Ultegra, and then 2 RCRs with SRAM, either Force or Rival. Our friends at Canyon serving up the best coffee of the show with Captain and Stoker coffee from Monterey. I love cargo bikes, and this one is right up my street. So it's brand new from Benno. It's called the RemiDemi XL. As you can see, it's like a compact cargo bike, so 20-inch wheels, but with really fat 3.6-inch wide tyres. Space on the back for 2 kids, so that's where it differs from your standard RemiDemi. There's also a rack here up front, and fundamentally, I think it looks super cool. Bosch Performance Line motor in the middle there. I do believe that beach ball and cactus are sold separately, though. This is the brand new Cane Creek Invert gravel suspension fork. Invert because it kind of works upside down to more conventional suspension, if you like, but it's a tried and tested method of doing so. Now there's two options. You've got a 30mm travel option, which weighs less than 1,000 grams. And then you've got this one, which has got 40mm of travel, and it's also got the addition of a lockout switch up front, so you can stiffen it right up for if you're on road. Now, one of the main selling points for this is the aesthetics of it, okay? So because you've got this invert design and this really solid carbon fiber uni-crown design, you could dispense with the fork bridge. So when you see it actually fitted to a gravel bike, it looks very much like a conventional fork. Cool. The new BMC RoadMachine released just a couple of weeks ago. It's the third generation of, I think you could describe it as a bit of an icon, actually. The evolution this time around, so tyre clearance has gone up to 40mm wide, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So a proper all-road bike. The front end's a little bit taller. They've also got an integrated light into the seat post. And finally, we're talking integration, there's onboard storage in the downtube here. This bike has blown me away. Is it the most innovative of the show? Quite possibly. So it's made by a company called igus. They're a motion plastics company, which is a new thing to me. Basically, they make bearings, bushings out of plastic. This bike is 92% plastic. The idea behind it is that it's bomb-proof, recyclable, and this one here is actually made out of 50%, or 50% of it rather, is made out of recycled fishing nets, okay? So it's potentially a solution to public hire bikes that deteriorate quite rapidly. This has got a belt drive on there. There's effectively nothing to rust. The only metal on there is the brakes and the brake cables. That is a wrap for episode 2 of Hot Tech from here at Sea Otter. I am off to buy myself a burrito, the 8th of the day. Anyway, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And of course, remember to subscribe to GCNTech because we've always got content like this coming at you.